if you're just getting into practical shotgun shooting and you're after your first gun and you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, or you just want something that looks pretty cool, I bring you the Revo tactical pump action shotgun from Turkey for under £250 here in the UK. So a real cheap gun, but not cheap in quality. Now, a lot of people will slag these off, and you know, you go on the forums and on Facebook and some of the groups, people slag these off saying they're absolute crap. We've put about, I don't know, 500 shots through this. It's not missed a beat. And you wouldn't expect a pump action shotgun to really miss a beat anyway. No light strikes or anything like that. Ejection's fine. Not bad. The only thing we have done to this, which we didn't really like, I say we, this is a friend's shotgun. We run this thing together because we have actually got our own playground now. Watch this space. I'm not going to go into too much detail there, but you're going to see a lot of cool videos coming up because we have our own playground where we can do pretty much what we like. Anyway, it's another story, another video, another load of videos. But yeah, we're basically running this nice cheap gun, running it to the max, and we are going to be really running this thing to the max, putting buckshot through it, slug shot, you name it, shooting steel gongs, running gunning with it. It's going to be totally cool, and we're going to see how this thing bears up. So this is a review, but it's not a kind of final result review. There'll be another video about this gun. There'll be videos about this gun. You'll see it in action. Just stay tuned to the channel. And when we've really sort of give this gun some hammer, I'll bring it back to the table here and tell you if we've had any problems with it. But so far, so good. Like I was saying though, the only thing we have done to it is, if you've ever held one of these and you've tried it, you'll notice that it has actually got a spring assisted pump. So when you pump it back, you let go, it'll slide straight forward. We didn't really like that because it's nice to see that a gun's safe, you know, and just leave it open. So we took that spring out. Nice easy job. I mean, it's 30-second job to take that out. And it, like I say, it does leave the gun open then, so everyone can see it's safe, which is a good thing. But I tell you what, guys, you know, I've got Benelli. You know, I've got several shotguns, pump action shotguns. You know, I've run a Hatsan MPA. I'm not one for sort of blowing loads of cash. Probably because I haven't got loads of cash. You know, it's just you just run what you can. You run with what you can get, basically. You know, what you can afford. But this little thing for 250 quid here in the UK, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's got its little niggles, you know, all guns have, but for the money, absolutely brilliant. So like I said, this is going to be kind of an overview review, but it's going to be an ongoing review because, like I said, we're going to hammer this thing in future videos anyway. Right, where do we begin then with this thing? So the Revo tactical pump action shotgun, 24.5-inch barrel on this thing, comes with a pretty damn cool muzzle brake. That is badass, I think. Got the same thread as Hatsan Benelli as well, so check out one of my videos where I run a True Lock doorbuster breacher choke. That'll fit straight in this, no problem. All Benelli chokes will fit in it, not a problem at all. Now, before we start with this kind of in-depth review, there is a little bits added onto this, like this red dot and this foregrip. Just sort of playing with little bits on this. Oh, that's a light mount as well. I took the light off though. These are nothing special. They're actually airsoft stuff. Airsoft accessories thrown on, you know, just to add a bit of fun and you know, see if it makes things any more interesting. Red dot again, just a cheap one. Does the job when we're putting slug shot through this. Does the job. I'll put a link in the video to where we got that from. I think it was an Amazon job, to be honest. You know, like a 25 quid job. You know, nothing special at all. Right then, so let's take it from the top then. So, as you can see, it is a fully synthetic pistol grip stock. Nice and tough, you know, sort of polymer stock. Nice rubber recoil pad there. You know, quite good quality rubber, to be honest. It's, you know, not like some of the crap you do get on some lower end guns. But yeah, it's not bad. And then moving along to the pistol grip. Now I really like the pistol grip. I like the way it's got these sort of grips put into it. It's like finger sort of grooves. Not bad, and it's all rubberized as well. So it's really comfortable, really grippy. And then going, spin it around to the actual pump or the fore end. That's all polymer as well. One job we are going to do on this, probably get some grip tape on there. Doesn't matter while it's running this vertical grip, we'll say vertical grip or extension, whatever you want to call it. It's because it's an adjustable grip, you know. I tend to use it like that at the minute. You have to have pretty long arms to use it like that, because it is quite a long shotgun. I tend to use it like that myself. But when we're not running that, and like I say, a job that we are going to do is probably just run some grip tape along there just to add a little bit of traction, because it is fairly slick. Well, I say slick, it's not too bad, but it could be better. Could be better. I mean, it has got these sort of grooves here that do offer quite a bit of traction, but it just, that bit there's a bit of a slick part on it, if you ask me. I don't know, just needs a bit of grip. So that's the fore end. Like I say, all polymer. Moving along to the sights. So you've got like a ghost ring sight there. Just get it on camera. Not the best, to be honest. Well, going to the front sight, you've got like a True Glow fibre optic sight there. It would have been nice if they could have put some fibre optics on here instead, in my opinion anyway. But it's all on a rail anyway, so you take these off, get some Magpul ones or something, or you know, something a bit more Gucci, not a problem. And like I said, you've got that rail anyway, so you can throw on a red dot, depending what you're doing. You know, if you're going to be shooting a lot of slug shot, bang a red dot on it. If you're just going to run open sights, totally up to you. And then moving along to the barrel, 24.5 inch barrel, chambered for 3-inch shells. This, by the way, is on a shotgun license, so it's only 3 plus 1. But here in the UK, if you want to get it on a firearm certificate, it'll be, you know, no problem. It'll be, I think it's 7 plus 1. The FAC version is. And then there's your front sight as well. I've just showed you that briefly. That's not bad. Feels fairly tough. And then going to the muzzle, you've got this pretty cool muzzle brake. And like I said, it's got the same thread as a Benelli, as a Hatsan. So you can throw in your own chokes or muzzle brakes, whatever you want. There it is, give you a closer look at that. You can see it's had a bit of use. Catch it in the light. It's got a few scorch marks on it anyway. Like I say, we probably put about 500 shots through this. Oh, covered in oil now. But I do really like that that muzzle brake. I mean, it really is cool. I mean, it comes as standard with this gun, you know. Like I said, ignore the foregrip, the red dot, you know, and the mount for the light as well. it does come pretty well kitted out with the sights, with the Picatinny rail. You got Picatinny rail here on the fore end. You know, that's sort of moulded in, that's polymer. You know, and you've got that muzzle brake as well. Really is pretty cool. I mean, 250 quid, guys, come on. You know, you really can't moan at that. And it doesn't matter if you knock it about, really. You're not going to really sort of cry if you scratch this either. Now, the trigger's not bad either. You know, it's pretty much the same as my Hatsan MPA trigger. Feels exactly the same. What's it pulling? Well, let's give it a pull. I know it's pump action shotgun, but let's give it a pull. Why not? Okay, so let's give it a pull then. £7, 2 ounces. Let's give it another one for argument's sake. So yeah, the trigger's not bad. It's in a polymer trigger guard as well, and you've got a cross bolt safety catch there. Big fan of cross bolt safety catches, I am. And then that's your pump release there, or your fore end release. Just press that, and that will release the pump. And then underneath, the loading gate. Now, I do like the loading gate on this. Not like a Hatsan MPA. I know, like the MPA is the auto, but you just got a nice simple loading gate there. Not bad. It's fairly smooth as well, and it'll wear in quite well, I think, over quite a bit of use. You know, straight into the mag there. Probably does need a bit of a file on there, because occasionally we were catching our fingers on there, and it was kind of best to use gloves rather than rip your fingernails off. But that'll probably sort of wear anyway in time, but I'll probably file that, maybe. I don't know. See how it runs. Give it some hard use first and see how you run with it. Now, field stripping is pretty easy. Obviously, make sure you take bits and pieces off that are in the way first. I should have done that off camera. But yeah, field strip. Just undo this nut here. Just undo that. Slide that off. And then just pull the pump back a little bit, and off comes the barrel. And then there's your barrel. And I think these are chrome lined as well, these barrels are. So it probably is the same company that does the Hatsans. You know, probably the same factory. Maybe not, but you know what these places are like. And then there's the guts of the shotgun. Show you in there. Now the rails seem pretty tough, actually. You know, can't really see any problems with them, because I've had this thing in bits as well, and it's dead easy to field strip anyway. Everything will just come completely out like that. Take the bolt off, you know, so you can give everything a real damn good clean. Nice extractors on there. Oh, get you on camera. You know, focus, camera, focus. Yeah, nice sharp claw extractor there. You know, can't fault it. I really can't fault it. Dead easy to you know, to take apart, to put back together. It's really a nice simple gun. Nice gun that will get you started. You know, it's just, for the money, it's absolutely bang on. Yeah, I know the materials aren't great, you know, but at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. But I think one of these will really get you going, have some real good fun with a gun like this, you know, until you can maybe afford, or you know, you seriously want to get into PSG, where you want to sort of shell out and get a Benelli or something. Putting it back together is just the opposite of taking it apart. Just make sure the bolt is sitting on the bolt carrier properly. get the barrel over it. That's how I do it anyway, and then you know everything can sort of slide in all together, nothing gets misaligned. Because what I did once with the shotgun, it wasn't this one, I forget which one it was now, ages ago anyway, as I was putting the barrel in, after I'd taken the bolt out, I'd slid the bolt back in on the carrier, but it wasn't lined up very well, and it sort of got wedged right down the receiver of the gun. I ended up having to basically hammer out the pins, the trigger group pins. Really sort of struggled to get the trigger out because it was, like I say, the bolt was sort of wedged right in, and oh, it's just a nightmare. So always make sure that bolt is sitting on the bolt carrier nice and level, and make sure it goes in nice and square before you put the barrel on and try and sort of ram everything in, because like I said, if you get it wedged down the receiver, you're gonna have some fun. But anyway, that's it, taking it apart, field stripping it, pretty easy. Putting it back together, like I said, opposite of what I've just done. Do that nut up then, tighten that up, function check, no problem. So a nice easy gun to use, nice easy gun to strip down. Well, best put that back on. You know, really nice, simple gun for the money, really, and I really can't fault it, unless this thing gives us some serious issues when we're sort of running it, then, and obviously I'll get back to you on that if it does. But so far, like I said, 500 shots, it's ran flawlessly, spits out the slug shot no problem. Red dot does help though with that. You know, watch this space, guys, seriously, watch this space. If you want to put a sling on this thing as well, on the magazine, just where the nut goes, or just get you on camera, there is a place there to bang a sling swivel. You are supplied with another one of these sling swivel screws, that does come with a gun. It's not fitted, so it's up to you whether you fit it on, but it's like a self tapper, you just basically screw it into the stock. Up to you whether you want to run a sling with one of these, totally up to you. Really not a bad shotgun though for the money. I mean, a tactical looking pump action shotgun for 250 quid ish here in the UK, you really can't go wrong, seriously. Yeah, I know there's cheaper shotguns out there, you know, Pat Sandu, like the Field Hunter for about that price. Not tactical looking, but nevertheless it's a pump action shotgun. Yeah, there's second-hand Mossbergs and Remingtons that you can get for an absolute bargain. I'll show you one actually. You've not seen this one, guys. Mossberg 500, absolute mint one. Paid, guess how much? £75 here in the UK for this. 75 quid for a Mossberg 500, 9+1, adjustable choke, cob forend, 75 quid. I really can't believe it. I couldn't believe it at the time, and I still can't believe it now that I paid 75 quid for that. Unbelievable. But it just goes to show that there are cheap shotguns out there, but ones like this get snapped up, and I'm glad I laid my hands on it. I'm glad I had a slot on my licence for it as well, because I thought there was a 1 in front of that figure. I thought, 175 quid, yeah, sounds about right, but 75 quid? Snapped it up, snapped it up. But anyway, take a good look at this, guys, because it's not going to stay like that forever. It is going to be pimped up. Yep, I'm thinking Cerakote, and I'm thinking Magpul. We'll have to wait and see. I will run this gun like it anyway, as is at the moment. It is a pretty cool as it is. Just looks sort of badass 1970s. But yeah, it is going to get tricked out, this one is. But anyway, my point is, guys, there are cheap shotguns out there. But if you want a brand new one that's pretty much all tricked out how you'd want it, that's if you're into the tactical look. And that's if you want to do practical shooting. Obviously, you're not going to take this thing clay pigeon shooting or anything. Then I can definitely, so far, and I say that with an asterisk, so far I can recommend the Revo Tactical, because so far it's not let us down yet. But like I said, we're going to really sort of put some serious lead through this and really run it in all sorts of conditions as and when we can. So you'll be seeing quite a few videos with this being used and pretty much hammered. But yeah, that's it, guys. Anyway, that is your RACKNLOAD review of the Revo Tactical Pump Action Shotgun. As ever, thanks for watching. That's RACKNLOAD. See ya.